It is time we sit down and have a little chit chat together, because it has been a while. I took an unintended hiatus and I will tell you why later on. However, that does mean that there is a lot to talk about. Today I have 1 finished object, 2 work in progress that you have seen before, and 3 new cast-ons. So let's get into it. I am sorry, I have been gone for over a month. But nothing bad happened. This is actually a very good thing. What did happen is that I felt better. My treatment finally worked, and therefore I could work on my condition again, trying to get my muscles back because I've lost everything. And that going so well, I can finally go back to work. I am still working on getting my hours back, but you know, it just took a lot of time. I have to do a lot of exercises every single day. I have to do a lot of exercises for both my gaining muscles, my stretching the muscles, my getting my condition back, and then going back to work. And then on my other book channel, I post a lot of spooky book content lately for my Not So Scary book party, so it just has been too much. And I just didn't have time to film a podcast, so here we are now with a lot of projects. And I cannot promise that it will be better next month, because as I am still working on getting my hours back. I am still finding a rhythm. I feel like it is a bit slower right now, but in the next 2 weeks I will start a full extra day in work. Not a full day, but I do 2 times 4 hours this week, and in 2 weeks I am allowed to do 3 days of 4 hours. So it might get hectic then again. But I'm really just enjoying that I'm able to do a bit of gardening again, doing my exercises, getting back to work, finally be able to cook healthy again. So yeah, that's why I've been absent. The first finished, or the only finished object, is the Lift Your Spirit shawl. This is a shawl that features Cosy. It is crocheted on a 3.25 or 5 millimeter hook. I made this with Hobie Dahlia Halloween in the color Haunted House. And I only finished this because I shortened it quite a bit. I still needed to do 50 rows after this, and this is already massive on me. This is how it looks. This is how big it is. So I felt like it's enough. But you will make second ghosties, and then for 25 rows, and then the border is 25 rows where you make the body so they stick out. It looks really gorgeous. I was just like, there is no way for it to go. So I didn't end up doing it, which was a good thing, because I was almost at the end of a ghost. So I finished that ghost, and then I just did 1 round of double crochet around the edge, and that is fine. A good thing that I shortened it is because the last 2 rows I already had to do with wool. The Dahlia Halloween is a cotton, but I ran out of it. So I needed 2 more rows, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy a whole cotton cake, a color changing one, just for 2 rows. So I took some gray sock yarn that I had left over, and you know, I think it fits. It does mean that I now cannot put it in a washer, but I would probably have hand washed this anyway, so it's fine. I really like how it turned out. The Hobie Dahlia Halloween was a pain to work with. It's basically 4 loose threads, so loosely spun. It is still 4 loose threads. You split it extremely easy. It is not as easy to work with. I put a bead on it, and that helped to put the strands together. So that helped with crocheting it, and I got used to it. The fabric though is extremely nice from it. It is very soft. It is very flowy, very drapey. I love the end product. So I will probably go through the pain of working with this yarn again. Specifically with the bead on it, it is not that bad and you get used to it. I am very curious to see how it is to knit with this instead of crocheting, if that makes a difference. But I am happy with the end result. So this was the Lift Your Spirit shawl. Another shawl project you saw me working on last time is the Sally Dress Rub. I used the pattern from the Nightmare Before Christmas knitting book. I didn't get far. Other whips, my new customs, took more priority because I was making that with a yarn countdown. But it does look pretty. It's starting to look so good. And you know, we're getting in the festive season, gift giving season, but also I want to have some Christmassy things on my needles, and Nightmare Before Christmas worked. So yeah, I will be working on this again, but now gift knits will take priority. That is how it works. For me, I like to gift something handmade, so that this will grow very, very slowly. But it is very fun to work on. This is mosaic knitting, which means you only have one color every row, which is very helpful. These are made. This is made on a 4.5mm needle using Hobie Winter Glow in the solid colors. The Winter Glow skeins are a pain to work with. They will collapse on you and it will be a mess. I was stubborn and did not wind them up beforehand, even though I knew it would happen. So I ended up winding up the yellow, and I should do the black because it's a mess right now. So if you're working with Winter Glow, I highly recommend you wind it up if you have a yarn winder. Do that before you start your project and you will be having a better time. Don't be like me, don't be stubborn as fuck, because it's not helpful. Then the other whip you saw last time were these socks. Not a lot have changed. These are the ribbed socks that I'm making toe up. The foot is just vanilla stockinette, and then from the leg on I will be doing ribbed. I am making this with Grundle yarn. And this is a Christmas gift for a friend. Last time I was halfway the second foot. I have finished the foot a long time ago, but I was stuck on the heel. I want the heel flap and gusset and I didn't know how to do it from toe up. People say just do it how you do it, top down, but then the heel flap that is reinforced, you know, for the friction on the back of your heel while you knit it will be under your foot, so it doesn't really work. So I had to buy a pattern for that kind of heel toe up, and I got that now. So now I can continue, but I didn't have time yet to sit down to learn a new heel. And if I'm honest, it's not gonna happen this week either, because I really need to start a hot water bottle cover that I need for a birthday next week. And I have easier in the round knitting that I can take with me in a new castle. So it is not going to be worked on next week. But since we didn't spoke so long, I did wanted to update you on it. And then I have 3 new cast on. The major one is my Wednesday yarn countdown sweater. You would have seen it if you follow me on Instagram or seen the shorts. I got to open a yarn for 13 days straight to Halloween, and it was so much fun. And every day I try to make 2 stripes, a black one and the one with the color of the day. And the body of the sweater is now done. This is the ribbing. I cast it off just today. And I now need to do the collar and the sleeves. I will probably do the collar first, because then it really starts to look like a sweater. And then it is sleeve time. I am very excited about this. I will probably finish it soonish, or ish, for mostly, because I am going back to work and doing all those exercises. I do have a lot less time to knit. I also try to do something in the garden and stuff like that. So many things I haven't been able to do for almost 2 years now. So I kind of try to do those, which is obviously having an effect on my knitting time and the amount of, you know, the speed I can finish things with. I was never a fast knitter, but now I have not every day to knit. It is even slower. It is fine. I don't mind. But this, you know, I would love this to be done in the next podcast, which hopefully is in 2 weeks. But I'm not sure if that is going to happen, because I have to focus on the water bottle cover that I haven't cast on yet. So yeah, but it would be nice. The sweater I'm making is with the Lusk Tea pattern by Rebecca Clow. This is the DK version. I'm holding my fingering weight yarn advent calendar double. I have the merino sock yarn advent from Atelier Wool Base, and I'm holding it together with Basic Merino by Katja, which is a Duque. This is also superwash, so it is extremely soft. I work this on a 5mm needles. That is half a needle size higher than Rebecca count for. I needed that on the t-shirt and I need it on the sweater. I am really pleased with the results. This pattern is so much fun to knit up, and it's so easy. It is officially a tea pattern. Best thing from Rebecca Clow's summer patterns is that she writes them for DK weight as well as fingering weight, so you can choose. But she also has a full page with modifications that you can make it in pattern or with the amount of stripes in which different row sequences it could work. She also writes a full page on how to do long sleeves if you want to make long sleeves again. She has 3 options for the color. So you basically get at least 2, but let's say like 3 or 4 patterns, because you get the t-shirt in fingering weight, you get the t-shirt in DK weight, you get the long sleeve in DK, and then you get the long sleeve in fingering weight, all in one pattern that you buy. And I love the t-shirt so much, so I decided to go for a sweater version now in DK weight. And in that same yarn countdown, the second and third day were black and a gray yarn, and they were gorgeous. But that just did not work with my black base color. So I decided to put on a new sweater. as well. This is another Wednesday sweater. It is with a white color, so I could put the black and the gray in it, and I wasn't sure if I would get more of those colors, so I was like, yeah, then I can put it in. Otherwise I will just do black and white stripes, maybe some gray later on, and then it will look like that. I actually got that as a stitch marker, but it will look like the sweater from either Pugsley or Wednesday. They both have black and white stripes, so it felt very fitting to make this sweater with a Wednesday yarn countdown for Halloween. This is again a Lusk tee that is going to be a sweater, but then it's gonna be fingering weight. This is the Wednesday yarn countdown to Halloween day 2 and 3 from Atelier Wool Base, which is a merino sock yarn superwash. Holds with the Black Friday sock yarn by Hobie from a few years ago in white. They don't have that Black Friday sock yarn anymore, but it is the same as their silly disco socks, but then all the neutral ones. The number of my needles are gone, but I think I'm working this on a 3.5 millimeter needle or 3.75. I'll put it down right now, but that is my usual needles for fingering weight yarn. And my third new cast on is another gift. It's a pair of socks, but this one is top down. I really needed something small, something portable, and just easy in the round that I could do while taking with me. And this is gonna be a stockinette sock. This is 64 stitches around. I did 15 rows of 2x2 ribbing, and now I'm gonna do 50 rows of stockinette for the leg, do the heel toe, heel flap and gusset, and then 60 rows for the feet, and then do the toe. It's a Christmas gift, so I put the Christmas needle stoppers on it. This is the basic sock yarn by Atelier Wool Base. This has been the Valentine's sock yarn box 2 years ago. I'm really enjoying how this is working up. I show you the blue face, but the other side is blue with pink, and it's so pretty. I'm really enjoying this. And it's a fun, easy project to take away. So that is everything I have been working on the last month. Let me know what you have been working on. I would love to know. There have been a tiny bit of yarn purchases. It is again by Atelier Wool Base. I swear I'm not sponsored. I just really like her yarns. They're soft, they feel nice, but their colorways are so good. I don't know. She does the colors exactly how I like them. So I did not only order the yarn countdown to Halloween, I also ordered the advent for Christmas. So this is it. Obviously you can't see anything yet, but I'm not opening it now. I will be opening it in December, and I hope to make a little short every single day again. I got the pink yarn advent, so I should have 24 mini skeins of 20 gram. Again, merino sock, which is a superwash. I am very sensitive, so I think superwash just works the best for me. I really wanted to try that, so I got both of them. And because I ordered 2 skeins separate, we will talk about those two after this, but that got Alexander confused, and she also sent me the big skein from the pink yarn advent. I sent her a message like, look, I don't think that's supposed to be in there. I don't think I paid for that one. You know, send me your details and I will pay for it. Or do you need it for another? And she was like, you're not gonna pay for it, you can keep it. And I was like, then please let me know if you're, you know, one down. So thank you. Alexandra, you know, mistakes can happen. I'm pretty sure that if I've seen this skein, she usually has a few leftovers. And with a few, I mean 1 or 2 skeins, maybe 3 if you're lucky. If I would have seen that, it's gonna be pink, guys. I probably would have bought it anyway, so I would not mind sending her money for the skein that, you know, I did not pay for. But she was like, nope, it's good. So I'm waiting with that in case, you know, she might need it. And then the 2 skeins I ordered were from the Halloween sock packs he made. I ordered Beetlejuice. Look how gorgeous. This is extra fine superwash merino again, 75% wool, 25% nylon. And this is the sock set. So the main skein, this is all based on Beetlejuice, so the main skein is all the colors together. And then she has put 2 little. This purple is everything to me. I need a sweater out of this. Just this purple. That would be great. And then this bright green. This is gonna be such fun socks. They're gonna be for me. I know that. This is, it's gorgeous. And she forgot to send them with the, oh, the cake is so, it has spiders on it. So there's 2 stitch markers on it, which I don't know if that is supposed to be. I usually get 1. With most of her skeins that are for special things, she puts a stitch marker in it. We got 1 for every single day in the advent calendar. She usually does it in those sock kits, like where you get 4 skeins for a specific theme. Like this was for Halloween. Oh, but she put 2 on there and I've never seen that before, so I'm not sure if that is the sock set or because she felt guilty that she didn't send it in Halloween. But it's a little cake and it has spider webs on it and a little cupcake. It's super cute. I did not order the sock set. I ordered the 1 skein, but she felt sorry for being human and making mistakes. I told her 1,000 times she should not, but you know, she does what she does. I love her. She's very nice about it. I honestly, you know, you can forget. It's such a busy time for her. And I just told her, like, it's fine. I have too many projects anyway. Send it with the Christmas advent, and she did. So there should not have been a compensation. But, you know, she found it necessary, so thank you. But I love the sock set. So, you know, now I have it. I'm very glad about it. It's very pretty. And then I've ordered the Haunted Mansion skein, but because she forgot, she was like, I'm gonna re-dye it for you. And I told her, please don't. Like, this is such a busy time for you. Please do not re-dye for me alone, especially if you do not have the time. So she really wanted to, but then it did turn out that she did not have the time, and I'm very glad she didn't do it. So I said, yeah, don't worry about it. Your shop is full of wonderful skeins. I will pick another one. And I picked one that was out of stock. And she was like, I have one that I think you would like. And I was like, I'll take it. Send it to me. She was like, you can return it if you don't like it. I was like, yeah, that never happened before, so I highly doubt it. If you think I will like it, I'll trust you. And she was right. I do love this. This goes very well with another skein I got in her sock subscription. So I'm gonna hold those 2 together to make a sweater out of it. It will be with another yarn, but it will be 1x1 color work. This is a BFL sock. I was also not allowed to pay because BFL is a bit on the a tiny bit more expensive than superwash yarn, but she would not have it. So BFL super sock, hand-dyed yarns. This is 75% BFL and 25% nylon. It's berries and mushrooms. It's so pretty. I'm very, very, very happy with that. Looking forward to the advent calendar in December. It's gonna be all pinks, which is my favorite. So yeah, that's the plan. That's all for this week. I do hope to be back in 2 weeks so we can discuss some of my gift knitting that will start. The hot water bottle should be cast on and done and gifted by then. So I hope to show you that. Maybe have a sleeve done. We will see. I am still in the recovery process, so there's a lot coming to me currently. So, I can't promise anything, but I am trying and I'm doing my best. If you did like this podcast, please subscribe if you want to see more chaos from me, and I will see you in the next one.